I sat at my graduation party, watching my twin sister Olivia soak up the spotlight she hadn't earned. The backyard of our childhood home was strung with balloons and streamers, decorated for my business school graduation. But the celebration had somehow shifted into a tribute to Olivia's new job. Executive Marketing Director at Phoenix Industries, Mom announced proudly as she refilled champagne flutes. One of the biggest departments in the country. Can you believe it? I quietly sipped my water, biting my tongue. I could believe it, because I'd read the application myself. As Chief Operations Officer of Phoenix Industries, I had access to every hiring file. Olivia's resume read more like a novella than a resume, fluffed, exaggerated, and in parts, entirely fictional. Maybe your sister can put in a good word for you at Phoenix, Dad said, interrupting my thoughts. I'm sure they have some entry-level spots. The irony was nearly laughable. Almost. That's thoughtful, Dad, I said with careful politeness. But I already have a job lined up. He raised an eyebrow. Where? Before I could answer, Olivia swooped in with her signature saccharine tone. Maddie's probably just doing a little consulting. You know, until she figures things out. A chorus of nods and sympathetic smiles followed. Poor Madison, always trailing behind. Never quite the star. If only they knew. Olivia, darling, Mom said, beaming. Tell everyone again about your salary. $175,000 base, Olivia sang, plus bonuses and stock options. The CEO personally approved it. I almost choked. The CEO hadn't signed a thing. I had, and the actual offer was for $45,000. You must be so excited to start, Aunt Sarah chimed in. I already bought a whole new wardrobe, Olivia said, twirling slightly. You have to look the part. I glanced at my watch. In 48 hours, she'd find out what looking the part really meant. Madison, Mom said, turning her too tight smile toward me. You should help your sister move into her office. Might be good exposure. Oh, I'll definitely be there Monday, I said. Wouldn't miss it. The unraveling. The party dragged on. Relatives fawned over Olivia and tossed me the usual backhanded encouragements. Your time will come. Not everyone starts at the top. I slipped into the kitchen for a moment of silence, only to overhear Dad talking to Uncle James outside the window. At least Olivia made something of herself, Dad sighed. Madison's always been cautious, afraid to take risks. Cautious. I thought back to age 22, when I'd mortgaged everything to buy shares in a dying tech startup. The sleepless weeks, vending machine dinners, the relentless work that turned that company into Phoenix Industries. Olivia always had the drive, Uncle James said. Madison just followed. I gripped the counter. Even as kids, Olivia had a talent for taking credit. School projects, internships, even my business ideas. Madison! My cousin Emma stood in the doorway, holding an empty plate. You okay? Fine. Just needed a break. Emma hesitated. You know, I applied at Phoenix last year. Master's in marketing, 10 years of experience. Didn't even get a call back. But Olivia... Good question, I murmured. Very good question. Just then, Olivia strutted in, heels clicking against the tile. There you are, she said. I was just telling everyone about my new team, 20 direct reports. Can you imagine? Yes, I could. Especially since the position she actually had reported to a manager who reported to a director who reported to me. That's a lot of responsibility, I said neutrally. Leadership comes naturally, she said with a smug shrug. Unlike some people. Emma slipped out. It was just the two of us now. You know, Olivia said, her tone turning patronizing. I could help you get in. Maybe as my assistant. Like old times. You helping me shine. Old times. When she took credit for everything I did and left me in the shadows. That's generous, I said evenly. But about your offer. She cut me off with a giggle. Don't be jealous, Maddie. We can't all be executives. Some of us are just meant to support the stars. I checked my phone. An email from HR had just come through confirming Monday's orientation. Olivia's name was listed, just not for the job she thought she had. You're right, I said. Monday will be interesting. Monday. The sun rose bright over the city. I sat in my corner office on the top floor of Phoenix Industries, watching traffic stream below. My nameplate gleamed. Madison Mitchell, Chief Operations Officer. A knock at the door. Miss Mitchell, my assistant said. Your sister just checked in downstairs. Perfect. On the security monitor, I watched Olivia stride into the lobby in a designer suit that cost more than her monthly paycheck. She bypassed the orientation group and made a beeline for the executive elevator. Sorry, ma'am, the security guard said, stopping her. That elevator's for executives. Orientation is in the West Wing. There must be a mistake, Olivia said with a laugh. I'm the new executive marketing director. I have a meeting with the COO. The guard checked his tablet. Olivia Mitchell, entry-level marketing coordinator. Orientation, West Wing. Entry-level. Her voice pitched higher. No. I have my offer letter right here. She fumbled in her bag, producing the letter she'd flashed around at the party. The guard examined it, then made a call. Yes, he said into the phone. I have someone here with what appears to be an altered document. Altered? Olivia paled. No, this is what they sent me. Call the CEO. The COO handles hiring, said a new voice behind her. Sarah Chin, our HR director, stepped forward. And she's already aware. I have your actual offer here. Entry-level coordinator, $45,000. Reporting to Jessica Martinez. I leaned back in my chair and smiled. Let the real work begin. I sat at my graduation party, watching my twin sister Olivia soak up the spotlight she hadn't earned. Our backyard was decked out with balloons, streamers, and catered trays of hors d'oeuvres. But my graduation from business school had somehow become a celebration of her new, executive job at Phoenix Industries. Mom flitted around the patio, refilling champagne glasses. Our Olivia, she gushed, heading one of the largest marketing departments in the country. I sipped my water in silence, remembering the email I'd received that morning. As Chief Operations Officer at Phoenix Industries, I had access to all hiring records, including Olivia's application. It had more fiction than a romance novel. Dad's voice interrupted my thoughts. Maybe your sister can put in a good word for you at Phoenix. I'm sure they have some entry-level positions. The irony was almost laughable. Almost. That's thoughtful, I replied evenly. But I already have a job lined up. Dad raised an eyebrow, unimpressed. Where? Before I could answer, Olivia jumped in, her voice dripping with false sweetness. Maddie's probably just doing some consulting, figuring out what she wants. The relatives nodded, pitying me with their polite smiles. Poor Madison, always in her sister's shadow. Actually, I began to explain, but Mom cut me off. Olivia, honey, tell everyone about your corner office. What's the salary again? Base of $175,000, Olivia declared, plus bonuses and stock options. The CEO personally signed my offer. I nearly choked. I had signed her real offer, $45,000 a year, no stock, no corner office. She was reporting to a mid-level team lead, not the CEO. Aunt Sarah chimed in. You must be so excited. When do you start? Monday, Olivia beamed. I already bought a whole new wardrobe. Got to look the part. In 48 hours, I thought, she'll learn what looking the part really means. Mom turned to me. Maybe you could help your sister move into her office. Get some corporate exposure. Oh, I'll definitely be there on Monday, I said, smiling. Wouldn't miss it. Later, in the kitchen, I overheard Dad talking through the window. At least one of them made something of themselves, he told Uncle James. Madison's always been cautious, afraid to take real risks. I gripped the counter, thinking about the startup I'd invested in at 22, maxed out credit cards, sleeping in the office, vending machine dinners. That startup became Phoenix Industries. Cousin Emma wandered in. You okay? Just needed a moment, I said. She hesitated. I applied to Phoenix last year. Master's in marketing, 10 years of experience. Didn't even get an interview. How did Olivia? Good question, I murmured. Just then, Olivia breezed in. Maddie, I was just telling everyone about my team, 20 people reporting to me. Can you believe it? I could believe a lot of things. But that wasn't one of them. That's quite a responsibility, I said flatly. Oh, I'm not worried, she shrugged. Leadership comes naturally to me. Unlike some people. After Emma slipped out, Olivia leaned in. I could help you get in at Phoenix. Maybe as my assistant. Just like old times, You supporting me, making me look good. About your position. Don't be jealous, Maddie. We can't all be executives. I checked my phone. New email from HR. Olivia was scheduled for orientation. Entry level. You're right, I said calmly. Monday will be interesting. Monday morning. I sipped coffee in my corner office on the top floor, watching the morning traffic. My assistant knocked. Miss Mitchell, your sister just checked in for orientation. Perfect. I watched the security feed as Olivia strutted into the lobby in an outfit worth more than her monthly salary. She headed straight for the executive elevator. I'm the new marketing director, she said brightly. The guard checked his tablet. You're scheduled for orientation. Marketing coordinator. West Wing. No, that's wrong. I have an offer letter. He examined the paper and made a call. Yes, I have someone here with what appears to be an altered offer letter. Olivia's face went pale. Sarah Chin, our HR director, appeared beside her. Ms. Mitchell, your actual role is entry-level. Falsifying documents is grounds for termination, but since you haven't started yet, we'll overlook it if you proceed to orientation now. I watched as my sister, dazed, followed Sarah to the correct floor. Send in the morning reports, I told my assistant. The phone rang. Madison, Mom said, panicked. Something's wrong at Phoenix. Olivia's crying. She says there's a huge mix-up. How strange, I said coolly. Put her on. Maddie, Olivia sobbed. You have to help me. They're humiliating me. Come to the executive floor, I said. Top level. Corner office. 20 minutes later, she stepped into my office, heels clicking hesitantly now. She froze at the sight of my nameplate. Madison Mitchell, Chief Operations Officer. What? What is this? She whispered. Welcome to Phoenix, I said. I oversee all departments, including marketing. She sat stunned. How long? 3 years. Remember that consulting job? It was turning around this company. Why didn't you tell me? Would you have believed me? She was quiet. And the offer letter? I continued. You claimed 10 years of experience while we were still in school. Fake companies. References who've never heard of you. I can explain. Don't. Here are your options. 1. Walk away quietly. I'll ensure your false documents don't follow you. Or 2. Take the job you actually earned. Entry level. Work your way up. You're serious? Completely. Just then, Mom and Dad burst in. Madison, Dad stared around the office. You're the COO? Yes. Have been for a while. Mom's hand flew to her mouth. At the party, Dad said. Why didn't you tell us? I let you believe what you always did, that Olivia was the successful one, even when she lied. Because it fit your narrative. Mom's eyes filled with tears. We were wrong. So wrong. Yes, I said simply. You were. Olivia stood. I'll take option 2. We all turned. I'll earn it this time, she said. For real. Report to HR, I said. They'll get you started. As she left, my parents lingered, quiet in the office they never imagined I'd occupy. All those times we asked how work was going, Dad murmured. Would you have believed me? I asked. 6 months later. Olivia walked into my office again, confident now but grounded. No bluster. Just results. Your team lead says you're doing great, I said. Top performer last quarter. I love the work, she admitted. Not the title. The actual work. Which is why I'm promoting you to junior marketing manager. You earned this, Olivia. She smiled. A real smile. Thank you, Maddie. For the second chance. Sometimes, I said, success isn't about being first. It's about being honest and earning your way forward. As she left, I looked out over the city. 6 months ago, I sat at a party in my own home, invisible. Today, I ran the company. Sometimes, the quietest path leads to the highest peak. And the view. It's better when you earn it, honestly.